on your Monday. So trying to have a baby can be an exciting time for couples, but also sometimes frustrating if it all doesn't go as planned.
Yeah, and that's why some people are turning to the naturopathic approach to fertility.
Well, joining me now is naturopathic Dr. Julissa Hernandez. Dr. Julissa, great to have you here.
Thank you so much for having me, Teresa.
So explain to our viewers what a naturopath doctor is.
Okay, a naturopathic doctor is a doctor that focuses on helping the body to heal itself through natural medicine, whether that be using Western herbs, Chinese herbs, and using natural modalities.
So we're talking about fertility, conception, having a baby here today.
Yes.
So explain to our viewers why a healthy pregnancy kind of begins before conception.
What I have found in my 21 years of practice is that although a woman or a man have been told that their challenges should not be anything physical, that they both seem healthy and that they can't understand why they can't conceive, I delve much deeper in trying to find out what the challenge could be emotionally. Although a couple may be on the same page with understanding that yes, their desire is to have that baby, to finally start that family, I find that sometimes there are unresolved forgiveness issues, there are resentments, there's anger.
And all that can contribute to getting pregnant.
Absolutely, absolutely, more than you can imagine.
If you've been trying for months, it might not be a medical issue between either one of you. You have to really examine perhaps your relationship.
Yes, yes, very much so. I have to delve deeper into that. If we look at, for example, what Chinese medicine teaches us, the kidneys are the root of the health of the reproductive system, and the emotion that weakens the kidneys is fear and unresolved forgiveness. So I have to delve deeper to find out what actually could be the emotional challenge that both of them are having issues with.
And it doesn't necessarily have to be a medical problem. I mean, and people can get pregnant once they get over these emotional issues.
Absolutely.
You've had a huge success rate.
100% success rate in 21 years. It's a blessing. That's why I was asked to write the book. So it's been a blessing. But once they're able to really overcome that and they're open both to receive, that's when it happens.
Okay. I feel like we're just hitting the tip of the iceberg there. But let's move on. And if a woman is trying to conceive, what are some ways she can kind of prepare her body to do so?
Well, first of all, I have to help them create that emotional balance, but most definitely diet plays a huge role in that. We know that if one is not, for example, eating organically and so on, you're intaking a lot of foods that are inundated with hormones and toxic chemicals, so that's a big part, but also making sure that they're balanced hormonally and physically, health-wise. I need them to exercise. I need them to make those types of changes also, apart from first focusing on the emotional health.
Wow, so it doesn't just happen. I mean, I think a lot of people go into it and it's going to be easy, but it isn't always for a lot of couples.
I make sure that it is easy and happy, and I create more intimacy between them so that
because the whole thing could get frustrating for some couples.
Absolutely, absolutely. What I do is I get a lot of the couples that have already been through IVF and it's failed and they've tried over and over, and I share in each chapter in my book success stories of couples and what they went through with me. In each chapter I share a story there on what some of them went through, and so people can kind of relate to what they may be having challenges with.
Well, 100% success rate is incredible, and I think that gives a lot of hope to couples who are trying that's not necessarily a medical issue.
Agreed.
So that's fantastic. And where can we find some more information, Doctor?
They can all find my information at drjulissa.com. That's drjulissa.com. And I have offices all throughout the U.S., so I'm at your service.
They'll track you down. Thank you so much for all the information.
Thank you.